house that was a home. And in that house that was a home were 4 friends. They were called 1, 2, 3, 4. И 4 приятелите се казваха 1, 2, 3 and 4. Това бяха имена. They lived happily ever after. Живееха щастливи, докато one said, let's all move somewhere different. We can live like pirates on the 7 seas. The others did not think that was a good idea. Едно искаше да живее на кораб, като пирати. Вие бихте ли живяли като пирати на кораб? Ellie wants to live like a pirate. Ho ho! 2 said, I don't want to live on the sea. It's far too wet. Много мокро. We should all live at the top of a mountain and learn to yodel. Той искаше на планина да живее в Швейцария и да вика като швейцарците така. Йодле! Направете вие така. Йодле! Не ви чувам. Така викат на планината да си чуват, да си виждат, да си разбират помежду си. We should all live at the top of a mountain and learn to yodel. The others did not think that was a good idea either. 3 sighed and said, I don't like heights. Let's all live under the ground in a dark cave and collect creepy crawlies. 3, къде искаше да живее? В пещера. Тъмно на пещера. Да търси насекоми, боболечки, такива. This idea made the others feel a little bit itchy. 4 had other plans. All those ideas are silly. Това са глупави идеи, he said, in a very bossy voice. We should move to the big city and go to parties and boogie woogie all night long. Къде искаш четири да живее? О, това е много хубава идея, ама не. Той искаше в град да живее. В голям град да ходи на партита и дискотеки. The 4 friends didn't know what to do. First they talked, говориха си. Then they argued, спориха си. Then they fought, bam, bam, push, pass, pish, pass, pish, pop. И се караха много. If I'm going, they all shouted, I'm taking the house with me. Ако аз тръгвам, ще взема къщата с мен. One took the door. Елена, какво взе от къщата? The door. 2 took the walls and stomped up the mountain. Какво взе номер 2? The walls, yeah. 3 took the windows and scurried off to the cave. Какво взе 3? The windows. 4 picked up the floor and shuffled away to the big city. Какво взе 4? Покривката остана сами, така, накрая. Number 4 took the floor to the big city. До големия град. Number 1, the 4 not at all best friends started their new lives and were very happy at first. Бяха щастливи в началото. One became a pirate. So he became a pirate. Стана пират. Като пират. But the sea was much bigger and wetter than he had imagined, and worst of all, his house simply wasn't home when it was just a door. 2 learned how to yodel. Yodle. Направете вие. Yodle. And soon she realized that a house simply wasn't a home when it was just 4 walls. 3 collected creepy crawlies underground in a cave, but she had to admit they weren't the most interesting company. Soon she found that a house simply wasn't a home when it was just some windows. 4 прозорци не правят къщичка. 4 went to parties. 4 ходеше по партията. But he didn't know anyone and people weren't very friendly. They weren't very friendly. It was as if they had never seen a badger boogie-woogie before. And sure enough, he quickly learned that a house wasn't a home when it was just a floor. Един под не прави къщичка. All the not-so-best friends were sad and lonely. They missed a house that was a home. But most of all, they missed each other. Something had to be done. Тези 4 приятели за какво мислят?
За къща.
За тяхната къща. Много им липсва къщичката. So, they all brought all their pieces of home back, and I'm sorry, said 1, me 2 said 2, me 3 said 3, me 4 said 4, I'm sorry. Какво значи това? I'm sorry. Съжалявам. Кажете вие. I'm sorry. Приятелите винаги казват I'm sorry. Да си приятелстват. I'm sorry. The best again friends had a big hug, and then they set about fixing their home. But it wasn't a home once more until they decided to add something new, something which meant they could all go to the seaside. And they'd all learn to yodel on the mountain. And they could all collect bugs in the caves. And they'd all party in the biggest cities around. Now we can go everywhere together, they said. Вижте ли какво направиха с къщата? Какво са направили с къщата?
Gumi.
They put it on wheels so they can drive it. They've made a house on wheels, haven't they? Имат къща на колела да ходят където искат. Харесвате ли тази приказка? Yes. Айде, обувки, come on, shoes and jackets.